In my quiet time, I'm trying not to grapple with those things. I love God and I love human beings and I aspire to love everyone. I fail because I have preferences, I have aversions. I would prefer everyone in the world just said I was terrific and loved me all the time, and that doesn't seem to be reality. What I aspire to is a personal awakening where I can see clearly that underneath apparent separation, there is a unitive experience, that love is that unity felt viscerally. My sense of love towards my children, to people that I've just met, strangers, people that I can form affinities with almost instantly, is based on a deep truth. We have more in common with one another than we have that divides us. And the things that we have in common are extremely important. That is why the system, let's call it, works so hard to keep us divided and full of hate. They want us afraid. They want us full of hate. And when I say they, I mean institutional interests, not individuals. I'm not 14 years old. So we have an obligation to ensure that we have good spiritual hygiene, that we look after ourselves, that we do our best to remedy the errors of the past, that we have an optimistic and hopeful vision of the future. So I am frightened and I do feel despair and despondency, and there are moments I feel like, giving up. But I also feel greatly fueled by my interaction with people when I meet them, when people say stay free to me in the street, when people tell me either in person or in the comments that what I'm talking about is helpful to them. What I feel is true humility. True humility is the recognition of my right place in the world. That I'm not better than anybody else, that I'm not worse than anybody else, that I'm in one way an insignificant speck lost on the winds of history, but in another way, all reality takes place within my consciousness. There is nothing that is real that I know of that does not take place within my awareness. This is true of all of us. So we are caught in a very beautiful and powerful paradox. And we have to acknowledge that our relationship with ourselves is not nothing. It's like, well, it's all well and good, all that spiritual hippie stuff, that's not going to get the baby bathed. Yes, it does. That is the resource that organizes reality, is your personal consciousness. The decisions that you make, the choices that you make, the choice that you make to treat other people lovingly is a valuable and important choice. Doesn't mean you have to hold yourself to a perfect standard and you're not going to slip up and make mistakes. You're human beings. You've got primal urges. You've got trauma. You've got distraction. We're trying to do this not in a natural environment, the environment we were evolved to live in, but in something between a farmyard, a zoo, and a prison. We're livestock. So how do we awaken in our cages? There has to be an individual personal awakening as a component for any kind of communal or systemic change.